Well, hey there everyone. I'm Kaye here on my homestead in Tennessee, and today we're going to talk about what to do with those sprouted onions that get squishy and have all these sprouts, and are there things to do with them besides just stick them in the compost bin? Yes, there are. But first I wanted to just preface it by saying my very first video I shot when I filmed when I started my channel was on cauliflower. And I had that selfie, that first iPhone that had a selfie camera, selfie side, and I shot that video. And the point I was making in the video is cauliflower, like cabbage, like an onion, it's really a one-shot vegetable. One seed, one plant. One seed, one vegetable, So unlike tomatoes, where one seed can produce a vine, if you're lucky, that'll have 20 or 30 pounds of tomatoes. That happened to me once. In the past, when I have seen these sprouted, I thought, well, if I plant it, I'll plant one onion. I'm just going to get one onion, right? No, actually you're not. Because there's more than one sprout growing out of this. So it's worth it to take it apart and plant each of the pieces. Now, how many are there? We won't know until we start diving into this. So I'm going to bring you in closer and we're going to peel these and see exactly how many we get. I saw this yesterday on Epic Gardening, fantastic gardening channel. So he was just peeling. You peel, it's kind of getting mushy in here, so you just want to peel off these layers, and you're going to get down to where these sprouts divide. And we're going to do a closer look as well. But you just want to gently peel off this outer stuff. Aha! Okay, I want to bring you in close now because what I've just discovered is what he pointed out in his video, and that is underneath these layers, there are roots not coming from these dried up dead roots, but there are another row of roots coming underneath these layers, and they're growing up the inside of the wrapper. And so when you peel this back, you can actually see them. You see that? These are new roots that are coming up. And you want to get everything that is over that off, but you want to preserve those. You want to preserve those roots. I'm going to just tear these off. These don't have any roots. Wait, oops, there's one hiding in there. Oh, more than one. Look at that. Wow. Is that cool or what? Look at that. So these are roots for the new plants. So we're going to quickly get all the rest of them off. Oops, I just broke a little piece. You have to be careful. This is so fragrant. Wow. Okay. Okay. No roots there, so I can eliminate that. No root here, so I can eliminate that. Oops, there's definitely roots on there. Okay, I am just going to clean this up real quick so you can see what it looks like when all of these outer layers are off and the roots are revealed. You see that root there? Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Just going to work on this first one. That one came off. Okay. All right, I tore a couple of pieces of root off that. Didn't mean to, but this is a little bit interesting here. It's kind of hard to separate and not tear off some of these roots. There's a nice root. I've been gardening for 12 years and I've never done this. So this is exciting for me, and I hope it is for you too. I also checked out Liz Zorab's video on how she plants these sprouted bulbs back. You can either let them go to seed and just have beautiful blooms for the pollinators. The question is, now we're in fall, and pretty soon it's going to get cold, and the question is, if I plant them in the ground, will they survive the winter? The garlic does, but with the onions. In Zone 7, we usually plant onions in late February. Oh yeah, see, they come out of underneath that first big layer. I just tore one off. Oh, I see some in here I don't want to lose. You see these roots, but there are also roots under here, and I don't want to rip those off. They're very fragile, I will say that. Uh-oh. See, that one's already ripped. And that one's already ripped. Oh boy. We are getting there. Okay, that one's ripped. Oh, there's a nice one here. I hate to waste that one. Northern one. Okay. Okay, that's definitely one. It needs a little bit more cleanup. The question is, how far down do I have to go to separate these two? Now, if you wanted to, you could use these outer layers and cook them. You can put them in your compost. Wow. I may have 3 here. Well, let's see. Not too many roots came off with that, unfortunately. Only a little bit. You know, I should have cut that other one. I'm going to cut this one. That way it preserves some of the roots. Well, that's got nice roots. And then we've got one more. Okay. Now I'm just going to cut off this dead stuff at the very bottom. I'm not going to need that. Let's see. Well, let's see. No, I haven't cleaned this one up yet. A little messy, I will say, but fun. What else? All right, that last little layer. Okay, now look how beautiful. Okay, we have 4 onions out of 1. And I am going to go ahead and clean up the others, and we'll see how many we have all together. Okay, that was fun. I love trying something new in a video. It's so much fun. So I am intoxicated with the smell of onions. And I see that, you know, there were a few roots that I ripped off by accident, but there's enough to work with, I think. And I have, so from those other 2, I got 3 each. So that's 6, and then I got 4 from the first one. So I have, really the first one had the longest green, had the longest roots, obvious. But you know, I had them all laying there, so I said, I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna plant them in a pot, and that way I can see if they take, and then I can set them out if things go well. But I had red onions on my mind. I am an affiliate for Botanical Interests, so be sure and grab my link below the video to support the channel if you order from there. If you're thinking of doing sprouts this winter, I am going to go back to growing sprouts. And I just bought a sprouter. I haven't done sprouts in at least 5 or 6 years, so I'm going to do that again. It's a really good thing to grow when you're out in the country for those fresh nutrients. I've already ordered my onions for January because I thought, I don't want to wait. I want to be prepared in every way. So I've got that on order, and that's coming in. And we're going to go and we're going to plant these. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to do so. You can find ways to support the channel underneath each video. I'm an affiliate at a number of different companies, and I appreciate your support. And I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. You never know what I'm going to be doing next. The birdhouse gourds that I never cleaned up, and that's one of the projects I'm going to be doing next. And I have the whole driveway and all the gardens and the raised beds and all of that to finish before it gets cold, and a lot of things going on in my personal life. So that's what we do. We just keep on trucking, we keep on going, and we keep on doing the best we can. And I hope you subscribe, and let's head over and get these planted. Okay, this is not the prettiest pot in the world, but I have a lot of potting soil in here that's ready to go. And onions like fertilizers. This soil hasn't been fertilized in a while, so I'll be using my Ivy Organic all-purpose organic fertilizer with 6 macro and micronutrients. This is everything your plants can need. All kinds of plants, flowers, roses, vegetables, you name it. I'm going to plant them all in here, leave it outside. We're not going to have really cold weather for at least a month, I think. This is what the sun has hit, or did hit. We want to cover all of that, so I'm going to plant it up to here. And since this one has the most amount of roots, I'm going to get them down so that I can spread these roots out. Actually, the roots all seem to be on one side, but that's okay. Okay. That looks pretty good, actually. And what I'll do is I'll get some compost and top dress it. Okay, we'll see what happens. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you've done this before, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Would you let these flower? Would you winter them inside? Would you put them in the ground? It's the end of October, and I'd love your feedback. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. This is the next day. It seems like they've grown already. And I planted all the small ones as well. Smells great.